Hey guys, and welcome back to another video, and today we have my review of Knives Out, and this video will contain spoilers, so there's your warning. So if you want to watch this film, make sure to go and watch it first and then come back here. With that said, let's get straight into it. I absolutely love this film, but I can't go anywhere without mentioning the cast, because it's absolutely incredible. Everyone plays their part perfectly, and I genuinely mean that, and the set design or the location, I'm not sure if they filmed in an actual house or a set, but either way, it looks amazing and it really helps with the tone of the film. But of course the main performance that everyone talks about here is Daniel Craig, and I mean that's pretty obvious because he balances the line between being goofy and being like real, and obviously he's a very comedic character, he's very funny. I get so many laughs with him, but it doesn't feel out of place. It feels like it's in this film. It doesn't feel overly goofy, it doesn't feel like not funny. It's perfectly balanced. All things should be, and I think Daniel Craig did a phenomenal job, and it was one of my favourite performances I've ever seen. I have a friend who hated him, and I get that, but I don't know, for me it worked amazingly. And I think the film balances that line perfectly as a whole. It very easily could have fallen into the cringe side, and where it didn't work it was too goofy, but it didn't. It's so well directed by Rian Johnson, and the tone is balanced extremely well, and the film is so funny. There's no way you can watch this without having a laugh, I think. There are some serious moments, of course, but they don't feel out of place. They keep us invested in the characters and the drama that is going on in the film. So in this film we find out how Harlan died pretty early on, earlier than you would expect in a murder mystery. And we see it was accidental by Marta switching the medication, and Harlan killed himself to keep her from being arrested and accused of murder, so her family wouldn't get deported and stuff. It's kind of long to explain, but of course later on we see that it ended up as a pure suicide because Ransom had switched the bottles, and but with that end twist it adds a whole sense of tragedy to the film, and I think it makes it much more emotional when you rewatch it. It's just so much more tragic knowing that it was a pure suicide and that Marta didn't do anything, but she spent the film feeling like she had killed someone. And thankfully it all makes sense at the end too. We understand why Ransom tried to kill his grandfather, it makes sense. It's one like just massive web, and it very easily could have got tangled, but it didn't. Rian Johnson made it very clear what had happened. But I think it was a very bold move to reveal the death early on, and I think it works because throughout the film until the very end we're rooting for Marta, thinking that she had done something terrible completely by accident. But we learned that she was Ransom essentially tried to frame her. Also, I cannot commend the acting in this film enough. It's genuinely phenomenal. I know I've mentioned it once before, but I imagine Chris Evans had a really difficult job because he had to pretend to be such a prick, and he seems really nice in interviews I've seen and stuff, and he also had to pretend to hate dogs, which I don't know how anyone can do that. There are so many jokes, like the donut hole joke towards the end of the film, which just had me in stitches, as well as many of the lines and moments. As for flaws though, I guess the segment where Marta isn't in the house and she's outside with Ransom and she's getting blackmailed and stuff in the car chase, it feels kind of out of place in this film. It's not boring, like you can definitely watch it and have a good time. Like for example when Blanc is in the car waiting for Marta and he's listening to music and he's just singing, but the ambulance pulls up behind him. Again, another moment had me laughing a lot. But that whole kind of section of the film just doesn't really fit in for me with the rest of it. I also think some people could find it an overcrowded film, but I don't find that personally. I think everyone has their role. Even if it is minor, they need to be there. I think some scenes can drag on a rewatch as well, because I think the murder mystery, you lose the mystery element when you're rewatching it unless you wait a long time, so yeah. But overall they're one of my favourite films of 2019, and an incredibly funny film and an investing story, and I give Knives Out a 9 out of 10. Thank you guys so much for watching. My next video will probably be the Conjuring 2 review. I have some other videos that I want to bring to you very soon as well, outside of reviews. Let me know whether you love or hate this film. I'd love to hear your opinions, as long as always, you're respectful about it in the comments. Take care, and I will see you in the next one.